Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Heading out of town? Let's talk about keeping your pup comfortable and stress-free while you're away. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with Shannon and Tanya, professional groomers at Hound Therapy. Hi, ladies. How's it going today?
It's good. Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy belated Thanksgiving to you both, too. Now, Shannon and Tanya, today's topic is travel and grooming. How to prep for trips or boarding. What do pet owners need to know?
Oh gosh, there's so many things. So one, if you've got to decide whether you're traveling in your car or if you're going to be traveling, via plane with your pets. I think most people now travel via vehicle. That said, if you are traveling airplane, it's a pretty short list, so we'll go through it pretty quickly. Definitely call the airline that you're flying. See
the
what
specific airline you're flying, because they're different, all of them.
Yeah, every single one of them has a different regulation. Make sure you've got the appropriate size and style of cage that they'll allow you to ship.
Yep.
Contact your vet. Make sure that you do not feed or water your dog before you go, because whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours, you've got delays. You never know what's going to happen, so you don't want your animal to have any kind of an accident inside of its crate if it's being shipped. If it's riding with you in the plane, again, make sure of the size and you don't want a pee problem or a poo problem. So make sure that you've got all the things you want. Don't feed and water. Make a call to your vet and see, hey, look, can I have something for diarrhea if you have a nervous dog, and or possibly
Anxiety.
see if they give you a pill for anxiety so that dog can kind of sleep through most of his. Like what we wish we could do for our children when we travel with them. So if you are traveling on a plane, it's kind of that same scenario.
Yep.
Bring some wet wipes, things you need to do clean. Remember, you can't take them out of that carrier. They have to stay in there. Getting them cleaned and groomed before you go so that no scent, colognes. You don't want people complaining that are around you. There are people that are really sensitive to a lot of those
The few airlines
things.
that I did research, they said that your dog can't have a smell to them at all.
Yeah. So it's kind of like anything else. You want to make it polite and good for everybody that's traveling. So if you're taking your dog on a flight with you somewhere, then those are just a few quick tips.
Yeah.
Now, traveling in a car obviously is a lot easier. You can feed and water all you want.
Stop, go potty, stretch your legs.
I would plan a little dog park tour if you're going somewhere, so you can stop and make sure that you've got a good spot for your dog to run if you've got a runner or high anxiety dog that just needs to stretch his legs.
You are going to be going to strange places. Make sure your vaccinations are up to date.
Yeah, you don't want to get someplace, and that goes. I mean, the airlines make you do it, but it goes for anywhere that you're going with your dog. If you need an emergency groom, or you have to run into a vet for whatever reason, something happens, somebody is going to want to see your vet records. They're going to need proof of that. So most of it's digital now. So, just make sure that you've gotten them up to date and current before you go. And two, you want to make sure that if you're going someplace where you don't have a normal vaccine for, like a Lyme disease or a tick disease, there are certain things in certain places that your dog can get very, very sick. And if you're not, if
you're not used to the area,
it's a quick, easy vaccine. So I would say, don't forget to do that as well. Grooming, nobody wants to travel with a
nasty, stinky
get your dog
sidekick.
Get your dog groomed before. See what, the easiest, it's just a bath brush and a blowout kind of thing. And just another quick point is if you're going to be boarding your dog when you get there, make sure you've got a place for it to stay. Make sure you've got enough food and water. Um, Again, some more wet wipes to clean. Make
Yep.
sure you've got all of their medicines if you've got it. Know where the emergency vets are where you're traveling. Um, Make sure that you've got an appropriate place for them to potty,
Yeah.
long enough leashes, leads, and the appropriate type of a lead. You want more of a harness style or a slip lead so that your dog can't slip out of something
Because if
because they're
they
going to
get
be in a,
scared in an unfamiliar place, they're gonna run.
yeah,
You don't wanna be in the middle of nowhere chasing your dog.
yeah. So those are some good quick tips for the
Yeah,
road. I mean, I think keep your pet. It you want to you don't need a lot of jackets or blankets or pillows, but you do need some things that are normal for them. So maybe their pillow or
their
their
blanket.
favorite toy or something like that, a smell that they've got.
Mhm.
Are there any questions that you have specifically? I know you don't have a dog, so if you're looking for one, but if you did, what would you want to know if you were traveling with your dog?
What I would want to know is how far in advance should owners schedule grooming or bathing before a trip?
Good question. I
Uh,
would say 5 to 7 days
yeah,
before. You don't want them to be so stressed out right after grooming. So, give them
yeah,
some dogs get stressed out coming to the groomer, some dogs love it, but it's a day in itself, right? So, give yourself some time and give the dog some time. Drop them off, 3 to 5 days
yeah,
before, a week or so, and they're nice and clean and they're easy to maintain that way, and you can get a good length that, for the amount of time that you're
yeah.
gonna be gone, and to see what you're doing. Now, some people will be boarding dogs, so there's a whole different venue
For
for
boarding.
boarding. For boarding, you're gonna want to either go as short as possible. You've got
If you do want your I would ask them, we were actually talking about it this
yeah.
morning. I would ask them if they have, like, a brush out fee or something like that, where they could actually brush your dog if you want your dog long and fluffy, but you're gonna be out of town and you don't wanna shave them when you get back. See if they'll brush your dog for you.
So, and it's, if they don't, they should. I think it's a great service that
Yeah,
somebody should offer. And we were talking about it because we do recommend that if you're going to be boarding a doodle, to take them down as low as possible. It's called a kennel cut for a reason. They're going to be in a kennel, whether it's at a vet or someplace else. The baths that they do there, they're not done by groomers. They're done by, yeah, a boarding tech
yeah,
or a vet tech, and that's not their primary job. So they're sending your dog home so it's clean, but they're not really, making sure that it's dematted and tangled and, it's been well brushed while it was there. If you left it with your brother, and this happens all the time, oh, my son watched it. I left it with my aunt, and they're like matted just to the bone because
yeah,
nobody brushed these dogs. So it's just better to go short before. That way you don't have to see it, and when you get back, he's long again.
yeah,
So just take it down first. Otherwise, you've got this cute fluffy dog you just had groomed that you handed off to somebody and they didn't take care of it for you. And then
and now
you
it's
get it
matted.
back and now you've got to look at it shaved and and you just paid, upwards of $1,000 for your week vacation just to have your dog boarded and not brushed. So yeah, I would check and
It's
see if
after a
they have that.
$100 groom.
Yeah. Make sure they're current on their Bordetellas and make sure they're on their flu vaccines too. There are 2 very separate, um, viruses that act very, very, very much the same.
Yep,
But I would and definitely make sure that they have them for both. And if you have a dog that's too old, or you can't do that, make sure that those dogs aren't in social play with other dogs. Keep them separate. Don't put them with somebody else. You want to ask if you're boarding your animal. Again, you're going to want to bring something that's unique to them that they can have.
yeah,
You're gonna wanna find if it's in general population, are they gonna be playing with other dogs? You want some clear specific rules of, how your dog plays or doesn't play or interact with other dogs. Are they walking them in a fenced-in area? Are they just walking them willy-nilly on the fence? If that's the case, then, you're gonna wanna make sure that they use a slip lead or make sure that they understand your dog's needs, and you
yes.
you have to articulate that. It's good to write it down because a lot of times that gets lost in translation for check-in and check-out. There's a whole lot that people don't think about. Write down your information, where you're going to be, somebody they can contact if you're out of town that can
In
make
case of an emergency.
decisions, not somebody that can call you. Because if we call you or if a boarding facility calls you and you're out of town, I need the information within a 10-minute time.
Yeah.
I don't need it in 2 days. I need it now. Um, so check out the staff, walk in. Any grooming
Yeah.
facility or boarding facility is not any different. If it doesn't smell good, if it doesn't smell clean, if the staff, if they don't let you visualize, walk through it,
Yeah.
see where everything is, then don't leave your dog there. Make sure they have an exit bath for you so that you're not getting a dog. Make sure your dog is staying in its own pen, or is it going to be housed with other dogs? So there's a lot of boarding red flags out there.
Yeah.
For me, more so than there are good. And doing your due diligence it is the best way to go. Vets do boarding as
Yeah.
well, but they don't have the playtime. So there's a little something to be said for both. You
Yeah.
can, if you have a dog that's anxious and likes to play, then, a boarding facility might be your best choice. If you have an elderly dog that needs, minimal to less vaccines, but not as much play, well,
That might be the way to go.
a vet might be the way to go.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that
There's different options for age groups.
yeah.
Thank you again for those great insights, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.